education activates constant elevation. Peace.
Peace to the 5% nation of gods and earth. I come in the ever-present state of supreme reality and the divine attribute of I be sincere professional law.
Peace, and I come in the divine attribute of just Mecca Earth, and this is God's Power 716.
Godcast. And on today's episode,
Peace. I come in the divine attribute of as I am Shakim Allah. I am the creator and co-producer of God's Power 716, the Godcast. On this episode, we're going to do something a little different, showing and proving that we swift and changeable. I'm going to interview the host. With that, I ask the question. How did you come into the nation of gods and earths?
let's see. So, in 2007, I made some poor decisions, ended up incarcerated. My first spot was Sing Sing Correctional Facility, and there the gods build strong. And I was there for about a year and a half, 2 years before I, officially took my fast and got knowledge of self. But I will always be around the righteous in the weight shacks, listening to they build. And, the wisdom, it's attracted, and I was attracted to the wisdom. And I met my enlightener, Forever Perfect Allah. God, he's from Medina. God is strong, to say the least. And the rest is history. I got knowledge of self. I started my fast. That's peace. Actual fact.
That's peace.
That's peace.
Mecca?
Peace.
Peace.
So I came into the nation. I had an enlightener. And due to circumstances, we had to part ways. However, the nation embraced me and pretty much furthered my development, my self-development, and my education and my lessons.
My space.
Why would you say that this path is for you?
I would say this path is for me because as far as my upbringing, I was raised on a form of righteousness, that being Islam. So, it was only a matter of time before I found my home.
Sincere?
For me, I must agree with Mecca. It's home. Like, when you home, it's a feeling that you get. Like let me backtrack a little bit. I mean, the way I was raised, I done been to almost every type of church and different religions, dealing with my mom because she did a lot of searching and things of that nature. And it never really felt like home. I got good energy and good vibes. I love the music and all that, but it never really felt like home. When I heard the gods build, it was home. I was like, yeah, this is right in his act. I don't know how to show and prove it, but this makes a lot more sense than, what I've been being told and perpetuating throughout my life. It's home. I know it's the path for me. It's the path that helped me shake the triple stages of darkness of being blind, deaf, and dumb. It helped me realize who I am and what I'm capable of, which is anything I put my mind to.
That's peace.
That's peace.
That's definitely peace. In this culture, we have a tradition, if you will. We ask each other every day, what's today's supreme mathematics? Start with Mecca.
Today's supreme mathematics is knowledge cipher.
How do you see that?
What I'm doing right now. I'm adding knowledge to a cipher. I'm applying what I know to this podcast and bringing information to, the viewers. So willing they resonate and also be inspired.
Why is that important?
Which part?
To bring this information to the viewers.
I bear in mind that it's important because you may have, people that's in the nation that, have different circumstances, so they might not really build with other guys and earths, or they may been more, I would say, introverted when it comes to them even dealing in social equality. So I think that this is important because this will give them a way, or gravitate more.
Understood. Sincere?
I see today's supreme mathematics as knowledge cipher, all being born in knowledge. Knowledge is the foundation. Knowledge is the accumulation of information. Knowledge is symbolic to the original black man in the sun, for just like the sun is the foundation of the solar system, or the source of light and heat of the solar system, the man is that foundation of the family. And with that, I say peace.
We know and understand that supreme mathematics is laws, principles. How do you apply these laws and principles to your everyday life?
Well, for me, I build every day. I'm the God. God born, build or destroy. That's what I do every day in every way. Whether I'm running my business, whether I'm being a father to my daughter, a son to my mother, a friend, or to my community, or a brother to my people, I build every day in every way. Constantly adding on, constantly doing what I need to do to better myself and my cipher and those around me as well.
It's peace. Same question for you, Mecca.
I apply my supreme mathematics daily as soon as my feet hit the pavement, pretty much. I learned to take everything from knowledge to born. Everything. Like how I'm going to be proactive at work today, or how I'm going to teach my kids something today, or even it might be something that I'm like, I want to speak on a relative, like give them a relative jewel, even if it's just being patient in school, or understanding that, like my oldest, sometimes she could have days where she's bothered if her friends don't talk to her all the time, and I'll have to give her a jewel that sometimes, people not going to be in the mood to speak every day. They might speak and be short, or they might not speak at all, but that's not for you to think that's, don't lose yourself in that just because somebody's not being the same way every day, or they're not being consistent. Just understand and see, look, listen, observe, and respect that, like, they're not consistent in that area.
Understood. You both mentioned children.
Actual fact.
What are your lives like outside of this podcast? You mentioned a businessman, correct?
Actual fact.
Explain.
Well, for me, I started Buffalo Handyman Elite LLC in 2023, November of 2023 to be exact. And I started it because I grew up fixing cars and houses under my father's tutelage. So I'm very handy. It ain't too many things I can't do and extremely well. So when I came home, actually before I came home, I started making plans on starting the business. And when I came home, I started putting myself, in position with the right people that can help me, manifest it. So, I manifest that. So I run my business. I do a lot. I'm a lot for a lot of people. I take people to work every day, and I shovel, and I do everything. But that's what I'm supposed to do. Like I said, with me being a God and God born and build or destroy, that's the culture. The culture is to build or destroy every day in every way. So I wake up at the power hour, and start going over, what I got to do. By the equality hour, I'm on my way to go take my first person to work, and then I come back. I may do some shoveling if it snowed or whatever the case may be. Go build with my daughter. Every day is just building, though, God. Every day.
You remind me of something that the God Saladin, who is the founder of the Atlantis School, has said. I'm paraphrasing his words, but he said something to the effect of, His definition of God is a utilitarian specialist, which is a fancy way of saying a janitor. Because the janitor has the keys to every room. And I'm quoting God on this. I love this quote from the God. The janitor has the keys to every room. And he's only called on dire circumstances when he's needed.
Right.
But he has the keys to every room, and he comes and fixes every problem. When I think of God, that's exactly the definition that comes to mind. And it aligns perfectly with what you just said.
Nice piece.
So, Mecca, what are you like off camera?
I'm a full-time mother. I also work full-time. I'm also the creator of my brand, Earth Equality, which was created with the divine feminine in mind, with restoring balance and equality, in the world through knowledge of self, with knowledge of self being, understanding your origin, your purpose, your power, your worth. And women already resonate with what the earth represents, being a nurturer, the life giver, strength, stability, wisdom, intuition, and earth just not being a title that you claim, but a title, or yes, a title that, that you live out, that you embody. Outside of that, I am also the co-founder in developing our social equality center here in Born Love that will be opening soon. We're just waiting for some construction things to be done with the space that we are utilizing. And I'll also be soon creating a nonprofit as well. And that'll be under the same name of Earth Equality.
Sounds like you got more going on than Sincere.
Oh, it sounds like she's busy.
As parents, one of your jobs is to guide your children, censor them sometimes. Right? I asked this question with this show in mind. Would you let your children watch this show?
Absolutely.
Indeed.
What do you hope that they get from it?
That spark of life that makes them want to come back for more. Remember, I said this is home. This nation awoken me from the triple stages of darkness of being blind, deaf, and dumb, and not knowing who I am. If I ain't know who I was, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm headed. I don't even know what I'm capable of because I don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
This nation helped me know and understand who I am. And I hope to get that to every child, not just mine. I want every child to watch this podcast.
Indeed.
Ask questions.
Mecca?
I would just say what I would want them to get from watching GodsPower716 would be inspired on knowing who they are, learning who they are at the core, and not, based on surface level things.
That understanding. Get that true understanding of their part. Yeah, and got to get that clarity of who they truly are.
Let's do a quick rapid fire session. Right? I'm going to say a word, and I want you to just, within 1 or 2 words, define this word in your own way. I'm going to start with you, Sincere. We're going to go back and forth.
Okay.
God.
Original black man in his supreme state of consciousness.
Earth, Mecca.
The original woman with supreme knowledge of herself and embodies her culture.
Nation.
A nation is a stable community of people with a common history, law, culture, I'm in the build there for nation. Stable community of people with something in common.
Success.
Leaving people better than you left them.
Explain that.
Leaving people better than you left them.
Then you left them? Or then when you... encountered them?
Maybe when you met them.
Okay. Power.
Power is force or energy, influence or authority. The ability to do or act.
If there was one thing that you wanted the people that's watching to know about you, so they can understand exactly who you are as a person and why they should even pay attention to you, what would that be?
That I was once blind, deaf, and dumb. That I was once lost. That I didn't know myself. But now I do. And the reason I do is because this nation.
It's peace. Mecca?
That I'm authentic. And when I relate that to any of our lessons, it would be the knowledge degree and the student enrollment.
Explain.
Where I see myself in that. Me being the original woman, me being the bearer and receiver of life, me being the queen of the universe, mother of civilization. Those are all things that I don't have to force myself to be.
So it's the knowledge of yourself that makes you,
authentic.
the awareness of that makes you more authentic.
Indeed.
That's peace.
Actual fact.
That is peace. So you mentioned your clothing brand.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in the market? Where can we find it?
So you can find it at I will be launching on the Knowledge God Day of this month, which is the 17th. That is my physical degree. It'll be on my website. If you are friends with me on Facebook, you'll see the website. Also, as far as apparel stores, it'll be at Sky High Apparel in Buffalo, New York, which is 1890 Seneca Street. And then it'll also be at South Merch, which is 134 Genesee Street in Rochester, New York.
That's peace.
That's peace. Actual fact.
You mentioned your business.
Actual fact.
If somebody needs some work done.
I'm definitely on social media, Facebook, Nextdoor. I hand out a lot of cards with my number on it, so I get a lot of calls that way. But mainly social media. My number, if you in the area, my number is 716-277-9938. I do everything to a house, inside and out, landscaping included. Feel free to give me a call.
Indeed.
Indeed, that's peace, God. So, why do you think you were chosen to do this podcast? And I asked that question knowing that I'm the one that chose you. But I want to know what you think.
I feel like you chose me because, one, you know me. We've been building for years. And you actually one of my educators, so you had your foot on my neck, so to speak. I'm the true and living. I'm the God. I'm a build. So I feel like you chose me for those reasons.
Becca?
I think you chose me because you always say that you want to pull out that greatness in me.
So basically throw you in the water and make you swim. You gonna swim throw you in the water.
Force me to, get out of my own way. Okay. Basically. To, show my trueness, basically.
Right.
What I saw was an opportunity for us to do something progressive and positive for our nation. This podcast, for me, represents highlighting all the members of this nation that are doing amazing things in various fields, whether it's education, politics, because we're there, building, various branches, right? Not just the hip-hop community,
right,
as we're so comfortably knowing, right? I wanted to highlight all of these individuals, let them have their platform, let them have their moment. And I chose you two because there's a contrast between you both, right? Sincere, we've known each other for many years, and as you said, I've been on you, and I'm gonna stay on you. Nothing's gonna change. But one thing I always loved about you was your tenacity. You don't give up. You don't give up. Even when you get stumped on a question, you will always say, I'm going to get back to you on that, God.
I'm coming back.
And you always did.
Actual fact.
For this podcast, I needed someone that wasn't going to give up. I needed someone that was going to be that masculine figure, but still has the charisma which you have.
I appreciate that, God.
For you, Mecca, your words hit so resoundingly. I know your story. I know your struggle. You are truly that rose that grew from the concrete. Knowing this, I never wanted to see you fall. I was there to help you. I'm going to always help you. That's what your brother is for.
Indeed.
And I saw in you such potential and greatness that just needed a poke. And I hope that I've been able to do that. And I hope that this show serves to bring more of you out because the world needs you.
Indeed, I appreciate that.
So that's why I chose you. Now, my last question I got to ask. What's the point of this show for you?
The point of this show is to build and to bring the knowledge to the people, to the masses, to those that are not a part of the nation of gods and earth. Because our duty is not amongst each other. It's amongst those that don't know and understand who they are, that don't know and understand their history. So the point of this show is to do my duty and bring the knowledge to the people.
Mecca?
Just to spark the minds of those that don't know themselves, that are still struggling with figuring that out.
Spark their minds. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. And those answers do align with the purpose of this show while we're here. As I stated a minute ago, we want to highlight all the gods and earths that are doing what they're supposed to do. So long we've gotten a bad name. As you mentioned, you was incarcerated. During that whole incarceration period, there was a time where saying you was a member of the nation of gods and earth was throwing yourself into harm's way for various reasons. The administration, they saw us as a gang. So we had to fight that. We had to combat that.
Right.
And we did. We were successful, as we will be in everything we do.
Actual fact.
Right? We were able to have our lessons, whereas there was a time when we couldn't have our lessons.
We was able to have classes. There was times we weren't able. We had to go in the yards and build, have our parliaments,
which is
so improve. I mean, we ain't have
which aligns
classes.
with our teachings on history because that's where the father did. He wasn't in the prison yards,
right?
Well, he wasn't Madawan, but the father was in the streets. He was in the trenches.
He took the knowledge to where it was needed.
Facts, but because of our history, there's so much negative images upon us. But we don't understand that the true and living God and the true and living earth, something amazing.
Actual fact.
Something special.
And that divine light is going to shine regardless to whom or what.
And the purpose of this show is to not shine the light because the light is shining, but to enhance that light.
Right.
That's what we're here for, to enhance that light. So you were chosen for that reason. I hope that you continue this or somebody getting fired.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here. Yeah.
Looking forward, we have some very amazing guests that y'all going to be interviewing.
Indeed.
But, I'm looking forward to it.
However, Born You Truth, I must acknowledge Virtuous IB Earth.
Peace to my
queen.
Peace to the earth.
And I say this with the deepest respect and admiration. She made y'all look bad. She made y'all look so bad.
Yeah, we was a little rusty.
I
It was
don't
our-
see
was
it
the
that
first
way
one.
because we're a nation of people. You know what I'm saying? So when she shine, we shine. When I shine, you shine. We shine together. So she coming on here and she's building. She's standing firm on her square like she should. That's peace.
Can I borrow
And-
your cap?
Actual, are you gonna throw it at me?
No, I'm just
Okay.
There was a lot of cap in that, so I just want But seriously though, the earth came through and dropped so many jewels.
She did.
She dropped so many jewels.
Powerful.
And I sat back watching that episode. I probably watched that episode about 70 times. I'm probably the most viewed came from
Every
me.
time he called me,
He was talking about something
all
else.
you
He
seen
seen.
was it on the TV.
I was so impressed by that. I was impressed by you as well, both of y'all. But I was impressed by the Earth's presence. And she set the tone for every guest that comes on after that fact.
Actual
Yes, she
fact.
did.
So for the gods
Even
and
us.
earths that I have lined up,
fact.
I want to say bring it. Because you got a high standard right now with this earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, virtuous IB Earth, my sister, I'm looking you dead in the eyes, virtually. And I'm saying this. Peace. I love you. You are the greatest. And you are a shining example of what this culture is about. That I turn this back over to the host.
Thank you for building with us today again on GodsPower716.
Godcast. We definitely enjoyed the show. Hopefully y'all got some things from it. Got a greater understanding of the host. As I am, we appreciate you for coming and, interviewing us and sharing that energy. And that's peace. I definitely appreciate it.
Peace.